Hello, my name is Wesley Ogude, your host on High Income to Wealth. I want to speak briefly to you about what I have titled How to Gain Financial Independence. Before I begin, let me just share with you what one of my mentors said, Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn said, the day you finally know that you have transitioned from childhood to maturity is the day you take full responsibility for your life. Now, one of the responsibilities that you must take for your life is your financial responsibility. In other words, you must be in charge of your financial future. And this is why it is very important to understand why you need to be financially independent. Now, financial independence is a situation where you have not allowed life to deteriorate into making a living instead of designing a life for yourself. It is very easy if you do not set the goal of becoming financially independent. It is very easy to allow life to deteriorate into making a living instead of designing a life that you want. And we all have a choice to either, spend our lives making a living or spend our lives, designing the kind of life that we want and living that life. Well, that used to be me several years ago. I was just making a living. Why? Because I was focusing on, earning high income, and my employer was in charge of my future, my entire financial future. My employer could determine how much I could make in a year, how much wealth I could create, how I would use my time when I would go on vacation, how much time I can take, when I go on vacation, when I will be promoted, when I will when I will move from one level to another in my life and in my career. My entire life was at the mercy of my employer. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with having an employer, but you cannot allow your employer to determine your entire life. That's the point of financial independence. So how do you gain financial independence? I'm going to share 5 simple steps with you. Okay, the step 1 is to understand what financial independence really means. In a very simple term, in the simplest of terms, you should be able to say what I'm going to say to you now, that by God's grace, for the rest of my life, I would not need a paycheck from any employer, any government, any pension scheme to be able to live the quality of life and the lifestyle that I want. That is the simplest definition of financial independence. So you should be able to define that. Okay, that's number 1, what financial independence really means. Okay, meaning that I can live life on my own terms and I can create as much wealth as I want to create. And it is not determined by my employer or anybody for that matter. And I'm not looking forward. My future is not dependent on what my employer has put away or what the government has put away for me. That is putting my future in the hands of my employer. I'm not independent of my employer. That's why I quoted Jim Rohn saying, the day you know that you have transitioned from childhood to maturity is the day you take full responsibility for your life, including your financial future and your finances. So that's number 1, how to gain, financial independence. The second step in gaining financial independence is to ask yourself, why? Why do I want to be financially independent? Okay. Now, the reason is very simple. One of my mentors said, if your why is strong enough, your how will not be too difficult. So there are steps you have to take to become financially independent. The journey to financial independence took me approximately about half a decade before I finally achieved it. And I realized in the course of that journey that I needed to do a whole lot of things, which I wasn't doing. I needed to learn a whole lot of other things that I did not know. I had to gain different set of skill sets than the one I needed to earn high income. Now, all of these things, I had to do them because my why was very strong. For me, my why was I wanted to use my life to fulfill purpose because I did not want to live making a living. John C. Maxwell, one of my mentors, said that if we only live to make a living, it doesn't matter how long we live. And I didn't want that for my life. I wanted to design my life rather than take the one handed over to me by a third party, my employer, the government, or whoever, okay? So you need to be able to define your why. That's the second step to financial independence. And then now, once you define your why and it is strong enough, then you can do what it takes to become financially independent, all right? One of my mentors said that there's one thing that successful and unsuccessful people have in common is that they both do not like to do what it takes to be successful. However, the successful people, they just do it. That was my case. So that's second point, that's second step. The third step to gain financial independence is to find out what is it that those who have gained financial independence know that I do not know. Once you find out and start learning and knowing those things, you are steadily on your path to financial independence, okay? Because according to one of my wealth mentors, you cannot live on mental candy, okay? If all you know is what it takes for you to do your 9-to-5 job, if that's all the skill set you know, you have and all that you know, you are living on mental candy. Why is that true? Because you give candy to a child to keep the child happy, but you know that that candy cannot sustain the child. Paycheck is like a candy, okay? So you can't live on mental candy. You need to go for some other stuff. Know what those who have financial independence know and begin to learn. That's number 3 step. Number 4 step, you need to now find out what those who have gained financial independence have done that you have not done. Okay, so again, once you know what they have done that you have not done, and now you begin to acquire the skills and begin to learn to do those things, you are steadily on your path to financial independence. And the last piece I want to share with you is to find out the category of people those who have gained financial independence are connected to, that you are not connected to. And I can tell you from my personal experience that there are some category of people that you need to be connected to. Those are the people through whom you create your wealth. Okay, there are this category of people, you need to know who they are and begin to find connection between yourself and them. Now, if you follow these 5 simple steps, you will gain financial independence. It's a question of time. All right. So until I come your way next time, I am Wesley Ogude, your host on High Income to Wealth. If you want to learn more, please feel free to go to either our website, highincometowealth.com, or you can go to my personal website, wesleyogude.com, or you can also, you can also listen to some of our short videos series on YouTube, High Income to Wealth on YouTube. Until I come your way next time, I am your friend, Wesley Ogude. See you in our next video. Thanks for watching.